The US cover. I am so excited to reveal this. I cannot believe everyone is going to see it now. It is so stunning. And initially my editor May, I have some clips from the initial meeting when she told me about who the cover designer was. So I am going to insert those now. Incredible, insane news. Was told who my cover designer was in the meeting, which was very exciting. Had like the quickest look ever at her portfolio. Saw that she did a few of Victoria Aveyard's covers. She's a very famous fantasy author. That was very exciting. After the meeting, I forwarded all of that to my friend Alessia, who sent me a screenshot showing me that this cover designer, my cover designer, also designed the official House of the Dragon logo. I'm sorry, what? My story that started off as House of the Dragon fanfiction now has the official designer of the House of the Dragon logo designing the cover of the book. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with myself. Oh my goodness. Let me show you some of her stuff. So these are some of the book covers that she has designed. These three are the Victoria Aveyard covers that I recognize straight away. But oh my god, I love her designs. I'm now so excited to see what she's going to do for a Fate Forged in Fire. Like, can you imagine something like this? Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I was actually really nervous about getting the covers in case I didn't like them, but now I'm genuinely just really excited, and I should be getting first mock-ups by the end of next month. Oh my goodness, she also did the Crimson Moth. Ooh, so exciting. And then I think Alessia went to Works, because she's not just a cover designer, she also does other stuff. And that's where she saw this. And yeah. Yep. So that's happening. So I'm gonna go and try and process this information. It's currently 10 to 5. My meeting started at 3 for context. And yeah, I'm going to the cinema tonight actually with my friend Kira to go and see Fall Guy. So I'm gonna need to decompress for a couple of hours before I go meet her. But yeah, this is all very exciting news. I also, like 10 minutes ago, got through the first sketch of the map that I've commissioned for the book, which is also very exciting. So overwhelmed with lovely things is the theme of the afternoon. So you can imagine my excitement when I found that out. Again, this book is called A Fate Forged in Fire, and so much about it feels like fate. But without further ado, here is the US cover. How gorgeous is this? Like, they blew me away. I am blown away by this. Like, I could not have asked for anything better. So in the first design, the dragons didn't have wings yet, so you can kind of see like on the edges they have like the hint of wings. We wanted that changed. We asked for more Celtic inspired designs because in the first sketch there were a lot of spirals, and we wanted something a bit more, I guess strong is the right word. And I just adore how it has turned out. Like, it exceeded any and all expectations, which were high anyway. And yeah, I can't believe that this is the US cover. I feel like it sits really well in the market. I feel like if I was a reader going into a bookstore, I would automatically pick this up and be like, what is this about? This looks really cool. But it's still different enough from other dragon books. So I feel like a lot of dragon books these days have like that typical kind of black silhouette dragon of like a whole body of a dragon. And this has gone in a completely different direction, and I am just obsessed. So if you love it as much as I do, and you are US based, then you know where to go. The US pre-order links are in the description box. Go there, pre-order it, you know what to do. The more pre-orders we have, obviously for me, selfishly, it will help boost it on lists, which means I have a bigger chance of being a bestseller, which obviously we want, because the better book one does, the better book 2 is going to do, the more likelihood I have of getting more contracts and being able to write the subsequent duologies. So I really want to keep this as my career, so if you can pre-order, please do. Second of all, the more pre-orders we have, the bigger chance we have of also getting special editions. So for the US, that'll be a Barnes & Noble special edition. For the UK, it's most often Waterstones. And basically booksellers need to know that they're going to make their money back. So if they put a lot of effort into like sprayed edges or foiled hardcovers, etc., they need to know people are going to buy them. And one of the ways that they can judge that is by seeing the amount of pre-orders that have been listed. And they have all of that information. I know how many pre-orders there have already been in the UK because we've had UK links for a little while and it's going really well. So US, you guys know what to do. I have a big US audience that watch these videos, that follow me across socials, so go for it. I am also now going to insert a little breakdown that I actually filmed for what they call in the publishing world a sell-in. It was for Australia and New Zealand because my publisher also has a branch over there, so they were looking to bring books to Australian and New Zealand readers. And they wanted a little bit of an explanation of the world, of the book, of what it was about, and I included some nice kind of stuff about the map. So I'm going to insert this here so that I don't need to like re-explain and then also redo all of the graphics and stuff. So that is going in now. This world is called Erisosha, and the first duology takes place in the territory of Chirchenia, which is the element of fire. Now, why am I calling it Chirchenia? That is Scottish Gaelic for fire land. I have taken inspiration for so many of the place names from Scottish Gaelic. Being Scottish myself, it was a great way for me to teach myself more of the language and hopefully bring it to the attention of the wider public. I do have subsequent duologies planned in this world. I would love to explore Tír Air, which is air territory, Tír Talamh, which is earth territory, Tír Uisce, which is water territory, and so on and so forth. I also wanted to film some TikToks, but my phone was like glitching and it needed an update, so I've just had to go and put my phone on charge, and I'm actually really tired. Like I've just like not been with it this last week. I haven't wanted to film, I haven't wanted to do anything. I feel like really out of my routine, and I think most of it can be attributed probably to hormones, but I am pursuing an autism diagnosis, so that is on the back burner at the moment. I am on a wait list, which has obviously come with its own stressors, I want to say. And then also, as I mentioned at the beginning of this vlog, like publishing is stressful. Like it's not just you write a book and then that's it and everyone does everything else for you. And some of it's good stress, you know, some of it's, oh my god, like is my book gonna sell? Like I'm so grateful that I have book deals and publishers, but then there's always in the back of your mind like people have to buy it at the end of the day. And then there's stress of like things falling through and you getting your hopes up and then they don't work out, and it's just a lot. It's a very stressful it's not a stable career, shall we say, but I'm in a much better place this year than I was last year, so we persist. I did want to show you guys these two things. So if you haven't already seen my vlog from the House of the Dragon premiere, go and watch that. That is where I got this incredible sketch by Anna Mendez, signed by Ewan Mitchell himself. This sketch is, I believe she called it the One-Eyed Prince sketch, which is obviously why I purchased it. And I just stuck it in this frame because I thought, you know what, why not? And then Helena, a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful reader, sent me this bound copy of my fanfiction. Now, disclaimer, you are not allowed to profit from fanfiction. So you're not allowed to buy or sell fanfiction. That is against copyright laws, you're not allowed to do that. But I wrote it for free and she bound it for free and sent it to me as a gift. And honestly, I almost cried when I saw it. On the back it has the quote, you can't really see it, but it's the quote that says, "It's here, the space somewhere between your heart and your soul that speaks to your dragon." Now that is the most quoted line from that fanfiction. I've seen like TikTok edits made to it, people have quoted it to me, which is just insane. And I'm happy to report that that sentence is still in A Fate Forged in Fire. I've also had people ask, like, do you ever disagree with your editor's notes? Like, do you ever push back? I pushed back on that. My editor wanted it taken out and I was like, no chance in hell are we taking this out, because from feedback I've had from the fanfiction community, they love this line. It's gotta stay in. And then also, if you open up the hardback, she sent this lovely little postcard with like a little note on it for me. But then there's this artwork of Amond in the front as well, which I was just not expecting. It's just stunning. And then the way she's bound it, it's just masterful. Like the talent, like the time and effort that it has taken her. Like it's not a short fic. You know, this is like 150 odd words, you know, and she's taken so much time and care and attention to typeset it and bind it herself. And honestly, Helena, thank you so, so much. Like you have no idea how much this means to me. If someone had told me this time last year that because I wrote that fan fiction, all of this would happen, I literally wouldn't have believed them. I wrote that fan fiction in October of 2022. I finished the epilogue at Christmas of 2022. Started plotting A Fate Forged in Fire and Erisosha and the subsequent duologies in the 6 months between Christmas and summer. By this time last year, I was sat on a rock on a beach with my mum, and I went through the entire world building document that I had made, and I basically word vomited at her what Erisosha was, and the goddesses and the mythical creatures and the family tree of the dragons and the family tree of their Dirkathians and what my story was going to look like. And then I came back and started writing it, and on the 1st of September I got an email from my agent, and then everything changed. And it's been almost a year since that point already, which I cannot believe. And by this time next year, A Fate Forged in Fire will be in all of your hands, and will have been for 3 months already, which is insane. Like, I'm so grateful. I hope none of you think that I take any of this for granted or think any of this is owed to me, because it's not. Like, I've worked damn hard to get here, but I'm well aware that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this community and the support, and for people who are asking me to write fanfics, because it was an incredible writing exercise. But yeah, I hope you all stick around to see where we go after this.